So it's now onto the wash stage. I'm going to give this a very good clean. It's going to be a lot of chemicals, a lot of in the gaps and shuts and edges, because obviously for cleaning for PPF. Really, let's just get going. I'm going to start with a rinse and I'll describe what I'm doing on camera while it's recording. Got to start with the rinse process. I like to give a car a very good rinse to really try and get rid of any debris and also establish if there is actually any protection on the car, because that could be hiding and masking any potential swirls and defects. Little tip: if you've ever got a jet wash lance where it's got detachable fittings and connections and quick release ones, before you ever point to the car, point it down the floor, operate it a couple of times, and you know it's locked. Let's get to rinsing. You may notice the window this side, I'll do it the other side for the camera, is the front window is bleeding. That is very normal and standard on these type of particular Porsches. It's a treatment from the factory, so it's a good lesson to not polish those glass windows because they have a perfect protection. This one hasn't. Let's just check the back. No, it hasn't. So it's always the front driver and passenger side has. So I'm going to really jet wash in straight lines into all these gaps and edges. I'm not actually worried about the middle of the car, the middle of the panels, because those are going to get polished. So it's all the bits you don't polish is what I clean. Whereas people clean the middle of the panels. Doesn't bother me, it's the edges of the boxes. I've said that before on other channels, other videos. Remember, we got these white residue of something, compound or polish residue in the gaps and shuts and edges. As I said, I'm observing what's coming off, what's not coming off, what's stuck there, and then what chemicals to use. If this was a protected car, meaning it's had protection on all the different surfaces, pretty much all of this dirt and debris and muck and tar, glue, whatever it is, road film, bug splats would all come off, but nothing is. This is not a protected car anywhere. There's no protection. Another thing, if it's a very warm day, it's a lovely summer's evening, but it's quite cool, by jet washing the car you're cooling down the surface. But one thing to consider is whenever you put chemicals on a wet surface, you are diluting down the chemicals, so they're slightly less aggressive, which is why it's a good idea on a hot sunny day to run cool water over the surface. I'm actually seeing the tyre rubber go in there as I was jet washing slowly. I can actually see it on the back there. Another thing with these type of jet wash lances, are great because I can angle it down and upwards into gaps, nooks and crannies and crevices. Apparently a £9 JCR exhaust, and it sounds like it. See, the plastics are beading really well. That's one of the only things that is on this car. So is that one. By the way, this jet wash is on the widest fan, and the higher volume, wider fan, you get less pressure. Smaller jet, narrower, it's higher pressure. So I can actually put my hand quite close. I'm going to demonstrate now if I can hold the jet wash. That is not hurting my hand, so I could easily, safely get that close. So if you ever see me close to the jet wash, it's because of the setting lance nozzle, and I can even turn the pressure down the jet wash for the delicate cars, or a car's been painted, maybe a sensitive paint, or PPF. I won't open any of the doors, boot, bonnet at the moment and do in there. That's going to come in a minute. First of all, I'm going to tackle the outside, and especially in the front where you've got all the grills and slots. I remember seeing it was bug splats all in the little indicators there, the lights, so I will remember to do bug spray. I think that's rinsed enough. By the way, the front's up. I've put the nose lift up. And when it's on the ramp and the wheels come off, I will then clean under the wheel arches better on each one separately and put a drip tray underneath and clean it indoors. I think it's start put some chemicals on the car. So I'm going to use fallout remover, iron fallout remover from Gtechniq W6. So I do have it in a large bottle, the small standard Gtechniq bottle, and a pump sprayer. So I have it in the standard size, but generally I quite like to use a pump sprayer because it's quicker. A lot of people say I use a lot of product. Now there's going to be many reasons why. You know, the price of this job, the sort of money no objects, get this car as beautiful and protected as possible. This is a small cost for using a large volume of a liquid, because it's going to get, if there's any fallout in any of these sharp edges and gaps where I can't polish, or even clay, that means it's properly clean. And also when you wrap the PPF edges, they'll stick properly. So this obviously, once it's indoors after it's been washed, it's going to then have a lot of cleaning around them edges so it sticks properly, of alcohol and panel wipe. And then of course when the PPF goes on, it's going to have tack solution around the edges of the PPF to really make it stick down. But I want to start with making sure it's spotlessly clean. Now this is a bit of a garage queen. It's done 4,000 miles, I think nearly 5,000 miles. But we don't know if it's ever been parked outside. It may have a lot of iron fallout. Obviously it's not going to be much from the brakes because it's carbon ceramic brakes, but they still do give off some iron from the pads, but just obviously considerably less than actually having steel iron rotors, the brake discs. So I'm just going to do it because I don't know. I don't know the car. Sometimes I do this and I'm surprised how much is covered on the surface, and sometimes there's none. So I could have done a test patch on a little area, wait 5-10 minutes to see if it changed purple. As I say, I'd rather just get the job done, thoroughly clean everywhere, and take no chances. I'd rather have the car spotlessly clean, just everywhere, all the way through the process. I'm trying to make it as easy. Oh, I've seen some tyre rubber there. That will come off with tar and glue. I generally don't use tar and glue removers outside with pump sprayers because I think the TV, it's not picking me up. You can't come out here. I think the TV's just gone off mute, so I've got feedback. I can slightly hear myself talking, yes. So I'm going to go and, well, hang on, I'll show you what I mean. When I walk indoors, you'll hear me start talking and echoing. There we go, it's feedback. It's got some feedback now, so what I'm going to do is mute the telly. Right, the telly's muted, I'm coming back outside. Luckily the telly wasn't up very high. If it's up loud, you get a strange effect that messes up the footage, and you have to start the camera. So, I mean, annoyingly, no, there is some iron. I'll show you, there is some iron. It definitely is. So, not a lot, but it's, as I say, it's better to be safe than sorry when you're dealing with this caliber of car. A new clientele of mine that's had cars detailed on PPF before, and I said earlier on in the video, has had some horror stories, basically resulting in his car having to be painted because they did an inferior job and made a mistake while installing a PPF, which resulted in colour mismatch and then disputes. And I've been there and seen that loads of times, because in the past, in my old business, 43% of all my work was resprays, repaints, or paint work. So I was dealing with a lot of other people's problems, a lot of mistakes that we were fixing through not understanding paint, because, to be honest, most detailers aren't painters, or never have been painters. A very, very small amount are, or have. So they don't understand the complexities of colour matching and why colours can be a nightmare. So on my training courses, yeah, I mean, there's a tiny amount of iron. On my training courses, I always try and educate that don't be a hero, know your limits. Technically, it's not that difficult to polish a car, and it's not that difficult to do a very good job. It just seems like it is. So I'm going to switch over to the pump sprayer. I'm not going to bother filling up for speed because it's going to get dark soon. I've obviously chosen late in the evening, so it's cooler. I'm just going to, same product, W6, just a small amount on the top of the spoiler here. Give it a good clean. Lovely evening for this, because it's such a cool evening. Hardly any wind, nice and cool. Product sits there for a long time, which is going to really do its job. Just scanning round glass, scanning round as any areas. I haven't done the wheels yet. I'm going to do the wheels in a moment. I'm just looking on the bodywork that it's all completely wet and flooded. It is. So now I'm going to spray in the wheels. No particular start. I mean, I'll start with this front one down here. I'm actually going to put and record on my phone as well. May as well. Why not? Using some W6 fallout remover. As I said, you don't often get a lot of iron fallout coming off, but we never ever know. Beautiful wheels, aren't they? They're not the actual factory wheels or the aftermarket wheels. Magnesium wheels are actually aftermarket wheels. Customers bought for the car. He has obviously original wheels as well. Had that discussion about bring me the original wheels and I will coat the original wheels as well. Right, that's enough for the first spray. When I say first, I often put a couple of sprays on, like rinse it, spray it, rinse it, spray it. Stop that. You're now seeing on the fly how we capture and record videos for Instagram and Facebook compared to the YouTube in portrait, or sorry, landscape, and then YouTube in portrait. And everyone says it's so easy just to capture video. This has taken me about an hour to set all the cameras up, make sure everything's in the correct zoom or focal length and white balance, and as the light's going to change and get darker, I really need to stop the cameras and start again. Hello. Then you get one of your local guys walking past smiling. He was chatting to me yesterday. I think he said about a Renault 5. He's got an old Renault 5 pearl white paint. I was asking about touching it in. I explained to him it's just not worth it, and about how difficult it is. Obviously, you notice what I do. I'm so fascinated. Who isn't fascinated by working on such beautiful cars all the time? So, to the other front wheel. Now, I haven't picked the cameras up. Generally, I try and pick the cameras up, move them close so you see the footage, see what I'm doing up close, so just time-wise. There's a great big lump of something dissolving down there. It's gone purple. So I will. It's interesting that, because it looks like tar, but it can't just be tar. So here we go. So that's starting to react. I'm going to put some more on. It's, like I say, it's not anywhere near like it would be if it was metal steel rotors, but there's enough brake dust in there to warrant doing this cleaning process. I'm going to do the back again. I'm going to go around once more. That's what I said twice. Let it soak. So I'll repeat. It's a beautiful, perfect weather. It just sits there for ages. And I will get these cleaned, sorry, not coated. When I go to coat them, we'll take the wheels off and we'll obviously clean them properly throughout, but this, I can get to most of it. I'm going to brushes out and doing the backs of the barrels in a minute. So we've got some reaction. I'll pick up the camera just to show how the wheel is changing. It's not bad, but let's hope the batteries last in all these. I mean, that's one good thing about I can actually look up the TV screen and make sure they're all working. You can see now if I pan up, you can see now. So look, this is where I mean it goes dark now. You can see I need to adjust as the light changes. So there is dilution there down of product, or should I say the product is diluting down, some sort of fallout on there. And then there was this, I'll zoom in, dissolving now. What I'm going to do, put this camera back, quickly set up the light balance and well, the actual exposure. That means putting that back there, and then at the moment it's too bright. Knock the ISO down to, and then we're going to change the f-stop. So the focus. There we go. That's about right. It's going to get dark soon, although so not dark, but the light's going to disappear. But I'm ready for the rinse, and yeah, there's some bits there. There's quite a lot of purple sitting in there on the top. It's not horrendous, but still worthwhile doing. I can see purple running down. Here's a good example of it's running down there where the crap gets caught underneath in grills, or under the grills in the edges. And I can see it dripping on the floor as well. I can capture it there. It's dripping on the floor. So what I'm going to do now is give it a rinse. Starting at the top, working my way down. I'm not trying to rinse all the product off. There's no point, because it's going to have snow foam, it's going to have some all-purpose cleaners or some. There's a bit of dripping out the bottom there of the. Oh, actually, there's quite a lot of fallout on the back bumper. It doesn't surprise me. Exhaust fumes, gases, potential pieces of metal particles. So yes, I was saying I don't want to wash it all off. There's no point. It's not a hot day. and I'm going to wash it, and I'm going to put more chemicals on and rinse it again, then more chemicals, then wash it, then rinse it. It's the final rinse where you have to really rinse it well. What I'm technically doing is just letting it wet it again so it slowly runs down and that's still active. It's more, it doesn't dry out anywhere. Not that it's an issue really. Don't generally talk about dilution ratios because it's down to the person and how they like to use their products and what products they use. I just more talk about the method of my procedure of, obviously it's a cool day so I can spend longer, and just rinse it down. And there seems to be so much drama over dilution ratios and stuff when actually a lot of it is common sense. And you can also look at that easy online for dilution ratios. You can look it on the product you're using. There's all the information, instructions. So what I'm going to do is the wheel. I'm now going to clean the wheels. Give the wheels a good rinse. I've kept that clean. I'm probably not going to use any other chemicals because I'm taking the wheels off. I can do them separately, but there's a big difference already. That's what I mean by common sense. Someone watching this video that doesn't listen to me going, you haven't used the brushes. Right? Yeah. You're not so worn out today.
Yeah, kind of worn out.
You're kind of worn out?
Yeah.
Oh, you've been riding lots? Yeah?
I just started.
Yeah? Oh. They keep you fit if you keep riding. Yeah, do you like it?
I've got a tournament coming up.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
A tournament? What are you doing?
It's basically, so I'm going to come through, so I basically am doing a tournament.
Yeah.
So you have to be like higher than a yellow belt or white belt.
Okay.
So you've got to at least be like a red and yellow belt.
Mm-hmm. So
And then you can enter, and I've got a long time.
you got a long time. You're getting fit.
Start training.
Yeah, you're doing training there to get fit. That's impressive. How old are you?
8.
That's really impressive. Honestly, that's incredible. You keep going.
Mhm.
You'll be good. Excellent. See you later.
See you later.
What a lovely kid. He stopped a couple of days ago, just said to me he's retired. He was riding his bike fast and he didn't explain why. And now he obviously has, and you just heard. Isn't it great when you've got children like that? There's still hope in this world, isn't there? There really is. I mean, I can't believe it. Goosebumps. What a lovely kid. I mean, it's me. I should have had kids. So it's rinsed enough for me. I'll stop my camera. It's now on 5 minutes on my phone. That's rinsed enough for me. Now look, I could do all-purpose cleaner next, or I can do the snow foam next. It doesn't really matter as long as it's clean. So I'm actually going to do the foam just because I'm recording the camera. It looks good. It does a little bit. Does it make a huge difference foaming cars? Is it more for maintenance? I believe it's more for maintenance than a strong clean. I don't think it's a strong clean personally. But yes, if you want to do it on a maintenance wash, of course, I would always say yes. So let's foam it. It looks great. And oh, hang on a minute, it looks so good on camera. We've got to put it on the phone, haven't we? So let's get the foam. You are going the foam. The phone. It's been a long day, and I'm very hungry, and it's late in the day. But let's foam, not phone it. Let's foam the bore, shall we? It's worth it just for the shot on the video, isn't it? I've got a beautiful sunset. I'm really fortunate. Well, I mean, I did buy this house to be able to work from here, and the location, and where the sun is. You could say it's luck, but it's not really. I planned it. I knew what was coming for the future. And instead of talking about washing, maybe that's a good thing to talk about. It's having the ability to see the future, manifest what you want to do in life, what you want to achieve, believe in yourself. Like that little kid. Well, medium-sized kid that's going to be a little kid when he loses a bit of weight, bless him. Still can't get over. Such a polite kid, so nice. As I say, there's still hope. Right, let's go around the back. So I see people that then brush the foam in or use all-purpose cleaner with the foam. You can do all that if you want. I mean, I'm going to clean the edges after I've polished indoors anyway, and really going to scrub with cloths and alcohol. So this job's more get it inside, get it in with the bright lights on it, up close, inspect it, than washing it. I could be hours and hours and hours, but this one's unnecessary. I'm going to do it as quick as I can, a simple way. Using Gtechniq snow foam, if you didn't know. It's a bit obvious I'm using Gtechniq because, to be honest, most of their products, I mean, what don't I use? I use Surfex HD for degreasing, alcohol IPA, and that's about it. It's Surfex, and everything else is Gtechniq range. Pretty much done, really. I suppose the front edge of the spoiler here. What are we running so far? 28 minutes on the video already. So you could pop the bonnet, the trunk, snow foam in there, open the doors, do the edges of the doors. I will do them in isolation, not with foam, and I'm going to turn the pressure down in a moment. So I'm not using any tire and glue remover on the vehicle. I will do that indoors. I don't just want to spray and let it dwell. Simple reason is, if there was any bad paintwork, unlikely, or smart repairs, unlikely, but it can be on cars, that can have will harm paint, anything that's badly painted. It's not because of the product using the tire and glue remover, it's the bad paintwork. It's always better to take it and rub it gently on a cloth and dab it on the tar spots instead of spraying it to sit on the surface for a long time. I think that's the mistake most people do. They use very strong chemicals, then flood it onto the surface and let it sit there for a long time, then go, oh, what's this, what's that? And suddenly there's damage on the car they never saw before. Common sense again. Really hitting hard in the grills where it's had the grit and debris. Just run your PPF and it all flushes out, so I'm really going to give them a good rinse. That's it, I'm nearly out of foam. We'll need to order some more foam. That's the last lot. Grills at the back. So probably a chapter on its own, just washing the car. Right, that's the foam used. Let's switch over to rinse. Remember I said about when you lock this in, down the floor, so it doesn't eject and smash the car. That's the last thing you'd want, isn't it? Sir, have a problem, have a big dent in your car from the jet wash going, the lance. I'm here to help. You notice why I'm using the line of the jet wash to go to the swage lines and really try and blow any of the dirt out. Hopefully the water soaked in there, then the foam soaked in there, the snow foam, and then I'm going to check, and I may brush some edges in a moment. You may know something's a hell of a lot of water, because the water is going to blast out all the gaps and edges. Well, water's the wrong word. A lot of rinse in jet washing. Yeah, sorry, you can come over here. Do you want to have a look? You can have a look. It doesn't matter. It's only B-roll filming. Have a look. Yeah, the amount of people say that. Yeah. Hello. 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 Oh, kisses. Yeah. It's all right. I love doggies, and they love me. I've had loads of doggies. Yeah. 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 It's a serious car, isn't it? Serious car. Yeah. Yeah.
Palamine's got one in RS.
Yeah, and then
and it's Kelly.
Yes, it
Kelly,
is.
I'm Miles.
Yeah.
Nice
All right,
to
Miles.
meet you.
All right,
Yeah,
Miles.
cheers, thank you.
That's all right. We'll do your brakes.
Yeah, well, brilliant. Yeah, thank you.
See you later. Hey. See you later. So I just end up with an interruption from a neighbour, so I've the light's fading. Yeah, it's getting very dark. I'm going to have to go and adjust the cameras. Let's adjust the cameras quickly. I'm running out of light fast. Welcome to my world of everyone loves what I do. I mean, obviously, who wouldn't? So as you can see, I'm going to leave the cameras running. You'll see how I have to adjust the settings. Quickly adjust them. It's getting dark. Oh my, yeah, look how dark this one is. Let's line that up. Let's hope I don't get interrupted again, which is possible. But leave that brightness because it's going to get darker in a minute. Now, literally, I could even not even wash this with a wash mitt, because honestly, this middle is going to get alcohol wiped when it's on the ramp. It's then going to get dried. Then it's going to have clay lube and clay towel, then alcohol wiped, and then going to polish it. Does it really matter if it's clean? I don't understand these people that do all this 2-bucket method and then dip it in a bucket and a special mitt and talk about what sort of GSM and shampoo. It's like, again, common sense. I think the industry is a bit messed up, personally. That's my view. I'm pretty right. So what I'm going to do, I'm now going to spray some Surfex with a brush around the shuts. So a paintbrush like this. I'm going to open up the car. Fortunately, as I said, it's a very clean car. I actually don't need to brush at the moment. I just need to soak in there. I'll do the same around the other side, and then I'll open the boot and spray in there while I'm spraying this side. Petrol flap in there. Looks lovely and clean in here. I may just be able to get away with spraying and not brushing. So I can do all this locally when it's inside anyway. Obviously the idea of a brush is it agitates any dirt, but this literally spotless. It's lovely. It's lovely. I'll just be a little bit around these shuts and edges in there. But yeah, there's not even a lot in there. Very fortunate. This is going to be, I can see down. So oddly, the owner of the car's just messaged me. That's funny. Yeah. So I'm doing the gaps under the lights, around the grills. being very gentle there. There's that bit of white. If it doesn't go, I can use cocktail sticks and it goes inside. So there's a few bug splats on the front. I'm going to use Gtechniq bug remover, then it's going to just quickly wash it. It's very simple, seems very plain, undramatic, or no drama process. So I'm going to get it in, I'm going to clay it, then it's going to be polished. So that's what I'm going to do with the decontamination. It's just really getting it clean so there's less grit and dirt on the surface. Customer of mine just drove past. I've done 3 of his cars. It's funny, I hear see these normally on Facebook groups where people arguing and fighting, customers not paying. I just never had that. I've just never had it. The customers all come my friends. It's just got to do a proper job, do a very, very good job. You get asked all the time, how do you get successful? Do a good job, look after your customers. It's not that complex. I'm now turning the pressure down, it's too low. I'm turning the pressure down to do in the shuts. Yeah, it's not complex. Just look after your customers, they'll look after you. It really is that simple. It really is that easy. The drama people cause. It's like they're looking for the drama. They want to be a victim. But that's a different subject completely. Likewise, we're still good for the cameras. Thank God this is a clean car with the disruptions and running out of light. There, so that's fine. There's no splatters down in the trunk bit, the frunk. That was the most important thing. I'll turn the pressure back up. I'll wash it, quickly wash it and dry it, and it's done. And watch, 1 bucket method. Oh my God. Everyone's going to cry. I wonder how many comments I get about you're scratching the car, you're using 1 mitt, you're doing the bottom and the top at the same time. It's all being polished, and it wasn't that dirty to start with. It really wasn't. I can sometimes wash a car completely different to this, very different methods. It's again knowing what to do when and why. This is not a maintenance wash. I have made other videos explaining how I'm treating the car like a maintenance wash when I'm actually going to polish that car in particular. I think it was the BMW i5 that's on the YouTube channel. What we'll do, let's press record. What colour would you have your Porsche in? Would you choose orange? I'm not actually sure what colour I'd choose. When I wanted to buy one of these, it was is it Asiatic grey? It was a grey. And it was lovely, the grey. It had gold wheels. And it had it was a Weissach one as well. It was not meant to be. I bought the house. Couldn't really sleep in the Porsche. I definitely couldn't detail out the Porsche. It's not very good. It's not like my van, is it? So maybe one day I'll own one of these. You never know. Must be getting difficult to find such straight, clean, low mileage ones, really. The message will be from the owner of this car that he said he'd love to come and watch me for an hour, 2 hours, polish some of the car. I said, of course you can. And he's fascinated to see because, I didn't say, he's tried polishing this himself and struggled to get rid of the cells. And I know why. The moment he told me what he's used. He's using like finishing cut, really fine. And obviously I sent him videos of how bad his car is in certain places, and he said he didn't realise it was that bad because he hasn't got the right lighting in his work or garage, doesn't know what he's looking for. Why would he? He's not an expert, he's just an enthusiast and loves his car. That's a very different thing to a professional detailer. So I'm done. It's going to be cleaned again when he goes inside. Not a lot more really I can do, just rinse it and dry it. I've got half a bucket of water left. I say I've been lucky really. It is a Didn't have a lot wrong with it. It wasn't that dirty really. On a really dirty car, 2 mitts over black mitt, so really dirty edges underneath. I'll just rinse this as it's getting dark, and then I'm going to dry it, and that's the job done. Certainly got no protection on it anywhere. It's dead flat, which is good really, because it's going to be a bit more honest and innocent. I don't know why it had well, it could be compound from the factory, but it's old. But yeah, we have the sanding marks on the front bumper and the residue compound and gaps and edges. Another client messaged me. By the way, it's Friday night, evening, 8:30 at night. Doesn't stop, never does. I can get 10, 20 messages a day. It can be 30, 40, 50, it depends. Randomly, Mondays seem to be much busier than a Saturday and Sunday. Everyone seems to be off work, but the moment they get back to work, they go, oh, when he's asked Kelly a question. Oh, it's just relentless sometimes. Is that a good rinse? I've got the mirror around the other side, get the soap out. I can't wait to go indoors. Have some food, have a coffee. But first of all, I've got to dry this. Oh, I'm using a new Gtechniq drying towel. This will be interesting. I've got to go upstairs. I bought a couple of new drying towels. I'm just going to test it. Let's go upstairs and get some. So I have the new Gtechniq drying towel to try. I was pretty confident. I bought 3 of them. Damn. What's this? A blanket you can lay? Let's try it, shall we? Yeah, that sticks. Oh, Oh yeah, that's pulling, that pulls the water off. Look at that. That's quite impressive. Yeah, I am impressed. Look, now I'm going to just rub it because it doesn't matter. The car's being polished, the whole car. But the only thing I find with the larger towels is the lower parts of the car. Yeah, I mean, that dries amazing. I'm really pleased with that. Liking that a lot. So I'm going to have to fold it up. Who's messaging me now? Not worked, that one, surprisingly. Yeah, that's I can't wait to try this towel out on a protected car. I think it's going to be amazing. Yeah, and it's interesting because it feels completely different to every other towel on the market. I knew nothing about it. I just saw it as come out. I haven't been in contact with Gtechniq about this one, so I just trusted. They know what they're doing. I've been using their products for over 15 years as one of the very first people that ever used their products and helped develop their products. Obviously it's dry and tell I haven't, but so I was quite confident. Yeah, it's fine. I can feel it's getting heavy, but it's not soaking wet yet. Not at all. Interesting. Yeah, I like that. Obviously, if you've got a protected car, you could get a pet blower or a blower, leaf blower, or a dedicated detailing one. I have a big boy, battery one, and mains one. I have both. But in this case, where it's not a protected car, you just need to get a good quality towel like this and really suck up the water. It doesn't really blow off very well with blowers. They only work really well on a protected car, to be honest. That's where their forte is. Yeah. And I'll get a smaller towel to dry shuts and edges. Fluffy towel, but a smaller towel. Now I'm going to have to. It's interesting how heavy this gets, but it doesn't look and feel wet. It really is. That's certainly a huge towel. It's getting very heavy now. I can really feel the weight. It's really soaking up the water. Oh yeah, it really does. I mean, car's so clean under here is lovely. It really is. That's incredible. I mean, I can hardly hold the towel up. It's that heavy. It hurts to hold that out like that. I've got a worn out, damaged shoulder from all this polishing over decades, but oh, I can't hold that up. It's got that heavy. That's impressive. Yeah, the lower parts I'm going to use a smaller towel because it doesn't go near the floor. So look, I'm going to stop that and wrap that up now because it's been a long video of just me doing a very basic wash, and then I'm just going to finish drying. Next time I'll be inside the workshop cleaning down any edges, claying, removing the PPF and the decals and the wheels and start to polish it. Not in any particular order. I might be polishing it before I do bits, and obviously certain bits will come off. But thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this episode on your own, thank you. And also, this is a chapter or episode, part of a full detail of the best work I can possibly do on a particular customer's car. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.